This thing.
A mesh.
This thing's a grid.
I just won't pop at it. I'll talk to him directly.
Pop your peas.
Or I'll sit in this chair.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Pendleton.
Ken Osborne.
Adam Muto.
Jesse Moynihan.
Castuera.
Tom Herpich.
Rebecca Sugar.
Ian Jones-Quartey.
And this episode is Susan Strong. Storyboarded by me and Rebecca Sugar.
That's Adam Muto.
That's me.
Now, have you talked about the history of Susan Strong? Pen. No.
Now, have you talked about the history of Susan Strong? Penn?
No.
Would you like to talk about
it.
the history of Susan Strong?
I can try. It started as a free MMO that Pat McHale and I used to play. One day while we were in school, Pat and I looked up free massive multiplayer online role-playing games, Morgzgas. And we found a game that it's only really buff women in like torn clothing with enormous swords, like building-sized swords, and you can have dragon pets. And I couldn't figure out how to play it. We tried a lot. My character in the game was named Susan Strong, and she had blonde hair. That's
That's good. I think originally in the outline, Susan Strong was actually two characters, and we kind of just merged them together.
Well, it was a whole tribe of people. The idea of having them all go up with Finn and having to keep track of all of them all the time was so terrifying. There was this one line where he's supposed to bring the whole crowd of people up to the surface, and in the outline it said, Finn gives the humans a tour of all of Ooh. Period. And I was like, oh, no, how are we supposed to do this? So we consolidated everyone into one person, really. And then you told that story. We were like, let's just make it her. And you had a song about her that we ended up using, but changing.
yeah. Rebecca changed it because my song was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Who's the voice of Susan Strong? It sounds awfully familiar.
Oh, that's Jackie
that,
Buscarino,
Jackie
who Penn knew from Flapjack days, right?
Yeah.
Who wrote the song and goes, I'm on a boat?
It's a different episode, Jesse.
But it's
What? No, he's like, we're crazy on the boat.
it's a different Susan Strong episode.
With a couple of
Which is
Are you guys serious?
Yeah, it's the second one.
Whoops.
That's understandable, man. It's the same character, same environment that song's from. I can sing a little bit about. By the way, I wrote that song. I'm on a boat, but that's not how it goes. I can sing a little bit of the original Susan Strong song.
Sure.
I was cowering in the nook of a tree. You rescued me from a minotaur. The blood ran down your powerful forearm and dripped off your enormous sword, Susan Strong. That's as far as I can go.
That's awesome. That sounds nothing like the song that's coming up.
That was the prelude, and then it gets into, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it was fun drawing Susan.
My hippocampus.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that was a different episode.
That's a different season. I like the grass color in this episode. It always jumps out at me because it was like a paler green. I know that doesn't matter to most people, but
There's a lot of yellow in that grass.
Like that
Yeah.
grass hatching on her. That looks nice.
Yeah, we worked really hard on on their language. All of their language was based off Sambalai's.
yeah, all the lines she's saying, they were supposed to be real dialogue that has just kind of been corrupted to the point where you can't understand it. But Sambalai at the time was walking around just with this made-up patois, that only he understood, and we kind of tried to incorporate that. Oh, there's a dancing bug from Power Animal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing with the handkerchief is she thinks it's like a ghost or something.
Oh yeah, that's
you were
what
like,
she's
oh,
saying.
phantasm or something, and we had to we wrote everything out and then translated it into this fake language, which.
I wonder if that was hard to voice act too. Now that I think about it.
I would imagine.
I like that beaver.
Yeah.
Good job, Rebecca.
Actually, originally this was like a crocodile wrestling thing, and you changed it to a beaver.
What?
Yep.
But you drew the beaver.
I think
You
maybe
did.
They wrestled the crocodile and then.
Whatever, you
hung
drew
out
that
the
beaver.
Oh, all right.
I like it.
Thank you so much.
I like the dirt on the roots of that tree that's uprooted. I never think to draw dirt on the uprooted tree roots. Now maybe I will start doing that.
I think this. Is there some of me actually playing in the final track for this?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember.
If the guitar sounds like a ukulele, it's possible.
So Ian, you were working on the show at this point. So Ian, you were working on the show at this point. So Ian, you were working on the show at this point. Ian, you were working on the show at this point. Ian, you were working on the show.
So, Ian, you were working on the show by this point. What is it like to work as a couple working together, Rebecca Sugar, Ian?
Dish.
Well, I tried harder on her episodes.
Oh!
No, that's not true. It's not true, but it was fun. And then I don't know. We didn't really work together on the same part of making the show. So I don't know. It was normal. Sorry, nothing juicy.
It was normal. There was this big tour that they were supposed to do in the Candy Kingdom, and we kind of just fast forwarded to the end of it for brevity's sake.
He looks pretty big.
Hey, Tom, why don't you sit up and talk into the microphone?
Well, if y'all didn't hear me, I said he looked really big.
No,
big.
he didn't. Okay, he's fine.
He didn't look
Peppermint
big?
Butler?
He looked as big as a house.
Yeah.
See?
It was in the foreground.
I remember this was a real sticking point where we were trying to figure out how to have her think it's okay to eat everyone, even after he said don't eat everyone, and the solution was that she just thinks she can eat everyone that's not Peppermint Butler in this language. that we were working on making.
I remember having these marshmallow kids coming up, being on fire. The way we were allowed to do that was just so that as long as they were smiling,
They had to like it.
and they were stoked to be on fire. Stoked to be stoked. Does that word make sense?
Stoked?
Yes.
Yeah. Halfway, yeah.
Stoked to stoke. Does that work?
They liked it and they were not hurt afterwards. which
You mean like
helps the
stoke
show.
as in stoke the
Stoke a
fire.
flame.
Yeah, does that work?
That half works.
What do you guys think of Princess Bubblegum? Like has that pink outfit that's her iconic outfit, and then we try to give her different outfits on some episodes, but some episodes we default back to that pink outfit again. Do you think that's like her favorite outfit?
I think it's the iconic one, so it's good to...
Or maybe she has like 3 versions of that one.
Yeah.
And everything else just is a one-off.
I mean, we got Finn wearing the exact same thing every single episode, so it's not...
But it's nice to make, for some reason on our show, we make the girls have different outfits. At least Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. Maybe that... Is there anyone else we give different outfits to?
Sometimes Finn wears a sweater when he's in a chilly place.
Yeah, and sometimes he gets fancy, like in Creeps.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes he wears his pajamas.
Yeah, like in Kent's
I don't know.
episodes.
Andy
Or,
has
loot
that
suit.
shirt.
Suit.
That
Sometimes he wears Jake.
Sometimes he wears a sleeping bag.
have you
Oh,
seen?
and sometimes he doesn't have a hat on.
Have you seen when Andy wears that shirt that looks so much like Finn's pajamas? Like he has like a red shirt with buttons.
Yes.
And I think once he like was wearing a Finn hat, and I was like, oh, you should go to cons. You should go to cons with your red shirt and with the Finn hat, and then take the Finn hat off and shake out your wild blonde hair, and and then go. He was like, yeah, I could be like, oh, and I work on the show, which was suddenly became like a terrifying idea that you'd see that.
Fish people. I think originally you found out what she was, or maybe I'm thinking of a different episode, but we purposefully left it ambiguous. What are you?
I was really excited about the whole everyone's animals message. Just like people are animals.
I like how shiny they were.
Yeah, they like it. They didn't mind being on fire. Now they feel great.
That logic has come up before to allow us to do nasty stuff to people. As long as they like it, it's fine.
No, they regenerated, and he likes burnt skin, which is a callback to earlier in the episode. Mm-hmm. Thanks for watching.
Come along with me, and the butterflies and bees. We can wander through the forest and do so as we please. Come along with me to a cliff under